massive whales. I think we're going to war. We're getting a lot of intel we would never have gotten 25 years ago on the video.
Sure.
The intel in Bitcoin is fascinating. So yeah, I think this is a great investment for my children.
Don't consider it that it's Bitcoin. Treat it like anything. Look at market cap, look at whatever. Just so basically when I look at charts, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything, commodity, crypto, or stock. I just look at human behavior.
Wait a minute, everyone. Welcome to Bitcoinzilla, your platform for daily cryptocurrency analysis and news. Our mission is to keep it simple. Bitcoinzilla offers engaging information that is easy to understand. Our analysts keep their eyes on the latest news to provide valuable insights via email. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Join our community of 10,000 subscribers and experience the new edge with Bitcoinzilla. Subscribe now. In this video, they will share their insights on what's the truth behind the money printing frenzy? Are we playing a high-stakes game with a fake market? Investment strategies and when is the right time to buy into the market? Is there a seismic shift from traditional gold to digital gold? Get ready for a no-holds-barred conversation that will challenge everything you know about investing. Don't miss it.
I think we're going to war. You look at all the charts on everything, like it looks like war charts to me. We have a fake market. Like we just have to admit this is a fake market. It's a monopoly game. You can say we're not releasing funds into the world, but we are indeed releasing large amounts of money. Fiat, currency. We're producing fiat. You can get zero information out of China right now. You think they're not printing? See, America's lost its ability to control the whole world. I mean, this is a global market now, and people are going to print to survive, and they're going to take other actions to survive. And I think gold, I actually thought we were seeing a rotation from some of the old gold guys. I think that's happening. Some of the old 30-year-old gold guys are looking at Bitcoin. Any one of them that have 10 Bitcoin, and for 4 or 5 years, they're starting to look at Bitcoin very differently. It's actually, they're going to look at Bitcoin and go, oh, wow, this is what I wanted as gold. Speed, they never had that, right? Transportability, fragmentation capability without 40% premiums, right? I mean, in order for somebody to get one of those little Valkyrie things, it's a 40% premium on gold. So I think people are buying in fear of the market just being at max consumption on a bunch of paper products, things that degrade.
Morgan says the argument that Bitcoin's market cap would rise to $3.3 trillion if it matched gold in portfolios, implying more than doubling in price, overlooks risk. It would be unrealistic to expect Bitcoin to match gold within investors' portfolios in notional amounts. A JP Morgan strategist stressed, adding, most investors take risk and volatility into account when they allocate across asset classes.
Yeah, where people get blown up, like kids die, and then we don't show it on TV. It's happening right now, at least 4 countries I know of. So, granted, nobody's talking about it really, but we're at war. We haven't not been at war for a long time.
When you say we, do you mean the United States?
I believe the United States machinery, equipment, and that is printing. Okay, just because I don't build a tank or send the money to someone, I do a deal through Germany. I go, hey, Germany, I'm going to send you a new T1 tank, but I need you to send Poland your old ones, and then Poland can serve to the Ukrainians. I mean, this is a Ponzi scheme. It's just shuffling nuts so that the senators and the congressmen don't have to say, we actually just created $1 trillion worth of money supply because we made a commitment to give Germany some new tanks. Like, where does this money show up from? Germany can't afford it. Germany absolutely cannot afford this. So we're just moving things around on the chessboard, and sooner or later, this is what gold, silver, and I think Bitcoin was established for. This is why I'm not totally convinced that the S&P could just puke out. And I think it will. And I think short term, you would have a Bitcoin hit. You and I are great doing these shows because I never do any short-term trading. It's not what I do for a living anymore. I don't want to do it. He does this 16 hours a day. He's got 5 guys back there looking at every chart, challenging him, okay? But his messaging, I mean, you get beat up on social media a lot. Look, I expect Bitcoin to get traded in the 50s. That's going to happen, man.
Okay.
You know why? Because you got a bunch of idiots trading leverage on the greatest asset in the world. And we have real professional traders getting ready to come in here, and they're going to spank them into left field, and they're going to get blown out. And that's the greatest opportunity in a lifetime. So that's why we're going to have these swings, not because Bitcoin's inferior in any way. It's because the investment thesis right now is a little crazy.
The chief investment officer at Bitwise Asset Management has explained why the current Bitcoin bull market differs from prior bull markets. He doesn't expect the bull market or the alt season to end early, emphasizing that he expects to see more of an everything season rather than a classic alt season.
We've just run from 49, 50,000 break of the spot ETF high. Would you buy here, or would you say like wait for a 5, 10,000 retrace and then buy? Like for you yourself, like are you like?
It's the only way. It's the only way I think about it. It's the only way I think about it is, hey, what am I doing? Right. And that's why I'm actually very few people that talk about trading will say, hey, this is what I'm doing, and I'm not giving you advice. I'm giving myself advice, and actually talking about it. Really, just the dialogue going through the what ifs. I've accumulated. I will continue to accumulate. It's 67. This does not bother me at all. In fact, I would suggest that $67,000 today is still risk adjusted, better than it was at 15, 25, 30 pre-ETF. And now we know how much volume. Actually, today we know real volume is showing up here, real volume. And I think that volume is just the beginning, the trickle coming through the hose. This is not RIAs. Everybody keeps talking about all these institution RIAs buying Bitcoin. That is not happening.
Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki says Bitcoin is on fire, predicting that the crypto will hit $300,000 this year. Bitcoin surged to a new all-time high this week, fueled by soaring demand for spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, ETF.
Don't consider it that it's Bitcoin. Treat it like anything. Look at market cap, look at whatever. Just so basically when I look at charts, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything, commodity, crypto, or stock. I just look at human behavior, and human behavior tends to get overly bullish, which then creates these drops like we saw very recently where it went to 69 and then back to 59 very quickly. And oftentimes it likes to just check back to home base, which is the previous breakout level. So just in terms of expectations, if I look at 1,000 of these charts, generally I would say 800 of those 1,000 will check back to that previous level. Now, could this be to the 200 that don't? There is a possibility, right? You do have this new money coming in. You have all these other factors that are now at play. But I do worry, and again, my only bear case on Bitcoin at this stage is that the risk bubble, the bubble of the assets that we are seeing before us in the stock market and very many other places, if that starts to burst, then I do think that there are people in Bitcoin that are not in it for the 20-year horizon. Mm-hmm. They're in it for the short term. Oh my gosh, this asset is just going nuts. Let me throw money in it at a 10x, 20x, 50x leverage. And those people need to get washed out. And that's usually what happens on those retraces. The more extended it gets, the more volatile it can be, like we just saw. But I do think that over time, it becomes less and less volatile because as you get bigger institutions involved, they're not going to get swayed by these price actions or news stories. I mean, they have more data than any of us. And so they're going to just say, hey, listen, we see this big macro picture and we're going to stick with it. So like, you don't see Apple, for instance, or even some of these other stocks moving at 10% clips intraday that are multiple $1 trillion because there's so many pension funds in them and so many other asset portfolio managers. And I think that's what Bitcoin eventually comes. So eventually people that are in it for the quick buck are going to be like, well, this is no fun. It's like the gold trade, right? I mean, people aren't in gold for the quick buck. And you certainly don't make like 10, 20% in a day on gold. And it's going to be the same type of thing.
In a manner similar to Bitcoin and the overall crypto market, gold's value has climbed, nearly touching $2,200 per ounce this week. This uptick is widely attributed to demand from central banks, with surveys indicating both Wall Street and Main Street anticipate higher prices in the upcoming week. At the same time, gold enthusiast Peter Schiff contends that Bitcoin's so-called speculative frenzy is preventing the media and investors from noticing the breakout. In an analysis posted on TradingView, cryptocurrency analyst Trading Shot presents a view where Bitcoin might cross the $330,000 threshold. Utilizing a blend of historical pattern disruptions and the theory of diminishing returns, TODR, the market analyst posits that the upcoming cycle may break from the traditional pattern of lesser yields. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.